In the 1990s, a little rock scene from Seattle was about to change the world and cause a revolution that would go down in infamy. This is the history of grunge and how punk took the mainstream. Grunge is a genre of rock that gets its roots from punk rock and was a large scene in Washington. The Melvins invented grunge after making muddy tones on guitars, and later this would become very popular around Seattle. Even later, Soundgarden, Mudhoney, and Mother Love Bone became incredibly popular around Seattle. All three were pioneers of the genre. In 1987, Nirvana formed. They signed to Sub Pop Records, and after their first single, a cover of Shocking Blues' Love Buzz, they produced their first album. Bleach, Nirvana's first album, was a hit amongst the community and prompted Nirvana to get signed to DGC Records. Chris Cornell, the lead singer of Soundgarden and later Audioslave, forms Temple of the Dog, a one-off band and album that would later spawn the legendary band Pearl Jam. Later that year, Alice in Chains released their first album, Facelift. In the process, they were cemented alongside Nirvana, Pearl Jam, and Soundgarden as the Big Four of grunge. After a tour in 1991 with Sonic Youth, Nirvana blew the cap off the bottle with their legendary 1991 album Nevermind and its flag bearer, Smells Like Teen Spirit. It became an entire movement and brought the hammer down on 80s glam metal bands like Motley Crue, Poison, and even Guns N' Roses. However, it came to a near screeching stop at the advent of post-grunge with bands like Nickelback and Creed. 1994 and later the 2000s brought upon the end of grunge, after Nirvana's Kurt Cobain committed suicide and Soundgarden released Super Unknown. In 1996, Soundgarden released its final studio album, and Lane Staley left Alice in Chains. This would mean the end for the genre. Despite being well past us in the 1990s, grunge was a revolution. It was something that spoke out to the generation. People could identify with what the lyrics were saying and how angry the tone of the music was. It was a revolution, and one that will go down in history.